Hi students, welcome back. Now let's work on another program in inheritance. Sorry. So before going to work on another example, let me clarify you some points like, uh, let me take the first point. The first point is superclass. So whatever the superclass, that is the A class, reference, superclass reference can refer both superclass object and subclass object. Right or wrong? A superclass can refer both superclass object and subclass object, but it can access superclass members only. Superclass members only. Is it clear? A superclass reference can refer both superclass objects and subclass objects. It can refer the object, but memory allocates it access only superclass members only. Second point, if you take the subclass in the previous example, the class B is a subclass reference. The subclass reference can refer only subclass object, but it can access both superclass and subclass members. These are the very 2 points you have to remember that. What it means? So superclass objects. Okay. So superclass reference. So whatever the superclass reference is, suppose this is A, OB object new A. So here A class object is created. A class reference is created. A class reference OB1, A class reference is created. So A is a superclass. So superclass can refer both superclass objects can be referred and the subclass object. Okay, but it can access only superclass members, because whenever A object is created, it can allocate memory only to the A class members only. That is I already said in the previous video. Now, subclass reference. So this is subclass B. Let's take OB2 new B. So subclass object is created and the reference. So the subclass reference can refer only subclass object. It can refer only subclass object, but it can access both superclass and the subclass member. Means this B object, whatever it is, the B object is created, it can allocate memory to both A as well as the B. So it can access both superclass members as well as the subclass members. That is the meaning of this point. Okay. So now let's work on another program. Okay. So let me take okay. So let me clear. So here I'm not writing the import functions because implicitly the Java is going to having import java.lang.package. Okay. So A is a superclass and B is a subclass. So let me take only the instance variable. I'm not taking the method. So A class coming to the B class. In the B class, I'm going to create another instance variable and try to create one method, instance method, void print. So here I'm taking one more variable. Okay, so let me take let me take this is 20 so that you'll get a difference what happening here. Let me take this 30. Okay, so here system dot out dot print ln. So I'm trying to print the x value. So system dot out dot print ln. So y system dot out dot print ln. So z. Okay, so now public stat close the method. So within the class B, I'm calling the main method. So if you want to access these instance variables, and the methods, first try to allocate a memory. For allocating memory, you have to create an object. Which class object you are going to create it? Created the B class object. If you create a B class object, then you can allocate a memory to A class objects as well as a B class also. Okay. So BOB is equal to new B. Okay, so now I want to access the print function. So with the help of the object reference ob dot print. Okay, so what happening here? Save the program. So now tell me what happens here. What will be the expected output? What will be the expected output? So class B loaded. Extends A means whatever the X value is, that will be loaded here. Okay, so now ob dot print. So ob dot print controller comes to here. So this is instance variable. This is instance variable. And this is also instance variable. And this is a local variable. Inside the method, so it is a local variable. This is inside a class. This is instance variable. Okay, inside the method, local variable. So ob dot print. Now system dot out dot println x. So default x, this is x is present in class A, but here I am accessing the x. Is it valid? Yes, valid. Why? Because I'm using the extends keyword. Extends A means this x will be coming to here. It can allocate memory. So B class can allocate memory to A class object. So within this class, A is also going to be loaded. Means x is equal to 10 is also stored. So then it can access because within the class. So implicitly this represents this dot x. Even though we didn't write, the compiler think this is this dot x. So z. So for local variables, you are not supposed to write this dot. This is this dot y. For local variables, we are not supposed to write this dot. Okay, so this dot x and this dot y. So this is implicitly present, implicitly called by the compiler. Okay, what happening? So first B object is created and allocate a memory to y as well as the x. So which is of A class. So the B object is allocates the memory to y variable as well as the x. Okay, and whereas z is the local variable. So this is 20 and this is x is 10 and this is the 30. Okay, so object is created ob. So using the this keyword, we are going to access. Implicitly this is present. We are accessing the this dot y and this dot x. Okay, so the expected output is first this dot x 10 is printed, next this dot y 20 is printed, next z local variable 30 is printed. This will be the expected output. So now let's check what is it. Save the program. Okay, Java C, file name is sample.java. Compile the program. Now run the program. So where will be the main class present? The main is present inside the class B. So Java B 10, 20, 30. Okay, so this is the way you have to work on the inheritance program. Whenever you're seeing the word extends, extends means inheriting the features of the one class to another class. Class B is a subclass and class A is a superclass. Class B extends the features of the class A. Okay, thank you.